ladies, and welcome back. And I'm so excited to bring you guys this DIY today because how many of you guys want designer bags but just aren't able to go out and spend that much money on a bag? And I was so excited when I saw this Valentino studded clutch. It was so beautiful, but I looked at the price and it was like $900 and something, and I was like, not in this lifetime. Maybe later on, but not in this one. So I decided to make the bag myself. Why not? So I got all the tools and everything, and I'm gonna show you guys the bag, but it's very beautiful. Here's the bag. And I love it. And this is a very easy project. The only thing is it's very time consuming. It took me about 2 days to get this bag done. This is what it looks like. I'm actually very proud of myself. I did quite a bit of stitch work on this. You don't have to stitch. You can also just, use fabric glue, but I wanted this to come out really well, so I decided to stitch everything on it. So I really like it. Has the bottom. You can see a little bit of my stitch work here at the bottom. Here is the back. Now on the back, the studs go all the way to the front, and then there's studs all the way in the back also, but I just decided to do the front. And I really like this bag because it looks so chic. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if you like this video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Keep on watching for the tutorial. Bye! Okay, so for this project, here are the materials you are going to need. So let me just kind of go through everything you're going to need. You're obviously going to need the material, and I found this at a local fabric store, and this is actually vinyl, but it's like a good quality vinyl that's not shiny. It kind of really mimics leather, and I got about 1/3 of a yard, and this could probably make 2 handbags. So the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a pair of scissors, obviously for cutting. And I was actually looking for some studs, and I really didn't want to order them online because I have no patience to wait for them to come into the mail. So I found these pyramid studs at Hot Topic. I know a few people are always wondering where you can find pyramid studs. I found these at Hot Topic. A zipper, and I just love this zipper. It's kind of a darker chocolate brown with a gold zip. A ruler. It's back to school time, so I found these for like 96 cents at Walmart. Some thread. I chose to use this dark chocolate brown too for thread. I thought it would go well with the bag. Pencils and some kind of needle that can go through leather. And I really wanted to use, you could use fabric glue, but I really wanted to use a needle because I wanted my bag to look really nice and really, just kind of well made. So if you really don't care for sewing or anything, then you can definitely use a fabric glue. But I really like, well made hand stitch things. So I decided to just hand stitch everything myself. So these are again all the material you are going to need. I'm going to start my measurements, and this is probably the most crucial part of the whole project. You want to make sure that you are cutting right and measuring right and everything. So I want my bag to be a decent sized clutch, so I want it to be about 10 inches wide. So I am going to measure from the start 10 inches, and I already drew my line here at 10 inches, but I need a little bit of room for stitching. So I'm going to measure another inch from that 10 inches and just make another line. And now I'm going to do the same thing again. So now that I have my measurements here, this is the first flap and this is going to be the second flap. So I am going to cut at this point right here. Then I am going to come down here and I am going to cut at this point.
So now that you're done cutting, you are ready to start sewing. Now, if you have a sewing machine, this process is going to be so much easier on you and you're going to save a couple of hours of labor. But I didn't have one, so I had to stitch it all by myself. Now, I didn't really go into depth about the way that I stitched this, but if you want to know how I did this, leave a comment below and I'll make a separate video about that. Now, as you can see, I've stitched the whole bottom of the bag and I've already added my pyramid studs on the bottom and up the sides. This just makes it easier if you add the pyramid studs before you sew the whole bag up. Now I am using pins to kind of hold my zipper down while I sew it. Now I'm just sewing on my zipper. Now that my zipper is sewn on, you can still see my stitches on the other side. And to cover those up, I'm going to use my pyramid studs to kind of cover my stitching up because it's not very clean. Now I'm going to be flipping the bag around for the first time for you guys to see. I'm just going to snip the edges. Then I'm going to just tuck in the corners and pull it through. Now here is pretty much the result of all the hard work. I think the hardest part about making this bag was the stitching work, the sewing work, and all the pyramid studs. But it only took me 2 days and I worked on it about 2 hours every day. I really like it. I think it came out pretty good. The zipper works just fine also. Now I'm just going to show you how I got my pyramid studs in. I'm just going to push it through. They have very sharp pointy things at the bottom and it goes right through the vinyl. You just want to pick your position, push it through, and then you are going to tuck in the corners. And that's it. That is it for the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys love the bag as much as I do. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe for more videos like this one. Bye, ladies.